G'day, this is Anthony Tors and I'm going to show you how to set up a new autoresponder in AutoresponsePlus. So I'm just logging in. Now when I come into AutoresponsePlus, I'm presented with a screen that shows me my autoresponders. Here's one that I created earlier. I'm going to delete this one and recreate it. So by deleting, it confirms that we will be deleting everything related to this except for the subscribers who will stay in that list flagged as unlinked. So now we're back to our Try Me autoresponder, which you will have when you create a new installation of AutoresponsePlus. We can create an autoresponder from here, or we can go to this list and we can create new, or we can copy existing. I'm going to create a new one. Now the first thing it comes up with a form for us to create all of the information. So the first thing is our from name. This is the name that we want to appear in our email as being from. We then have our from address. So our from address again is what appears in our email. I'm going to use info@eventsforyoursuccess.com. If we have a look at one of the emails, this email is in my outsourcing office program. You'll see here the test one that was sent to me came from the name test and the email address tryme@yourdomain.com, and that there was no reply to address. If I go back to this, I can also put in a reply to address, optional. So in this case it may show from info@eventsforyoursuccess, reply to Tony@eventsforyoursuccess.com. So these are different though to the subscription address. The subscription address that I'm going to use here is successclassics@eventforyoursuccess.com. This must be different to the from and reply to address. The reason being is that this address can be used if somebody sends an email to this address, they can subscribe by sending that email. So it's important that it's not the same as the from address, because if they click reply, it may subscribe or unsubscribe them. So this next field, the description, is for internal use only. This is what we want to call it. I'm going to call this Success Classic ebook download. Now in most cases this may be the same as your next field. For me, I want this to be the same. I'm quite happy to show my subscribers the published description is Success Classic ebook download. So this will be used in your email and in other screens that the subscribers see. The next field is the initial status. So this is the status of this autoresponder, whether we want it to be active, where it's immediately available for subscriptions even if you haven't finished completing it and creating all of the information in your autoresponder, or it could be suspended. The autoresponder will not be available for subscription. If anybody's already subscribed, although that's unlikely at this stage, then no more follow-up messages would be sent to them. Or dormant, where it's not available for subscription and it won't send any information out. This is the best for using while you're still building the autoresponder, and then we go back and set to active later. The subscription options here, you can have email control. This allows subscribers to subscribe and unsubscribe by sending an email to the subscription address. Again, this is the subscription address here, successclassics@eventforyoursuccess.com. So if you wanted to have access to my Success Classics ebook library, you could send an email to this address with the message subscribe, and you would subscribe to that. The other checkbox here is form control. This means we have this checked if we want subscribers to be able to subscribe and unsubscribe by completing a form on our web page. We'll deal with creating that form in another video. The next two checkboxes relate to how our subscribers unsubscribe. First one we'll deal with is this use unsubscribe confirmation. If this is unticked, they will get a screen that looks like this. If they click on the link that's in their email to unsubscribe, it will take them straight to this screen. They are unsubscribed immediately. If we tick this box, and they click on the unsubscribe link in the email, it will take them to a screen similar to this. This screen will request, yes, I want to unsubscribe. In the example of this screen, we've also ticked the reason. So that screen example, we've already had the reason ticked there. If reason was unticked, this box here, this section saying, tell us why you're unsubscribing, would disappear. But this confirmation of yes, I want to unsubscribe would still remain. The next thing to complete is whether we want to use a warrant mark or not. I'm not dealing with that in this video, we don't have time for that. The next field relates to dropping from other autoresponders. What this means is if you had somebody subscribe to a certain autoresponder and they were reading your emails and then they went to your web page via an email perhaps and subscribed to another list or another offer that you had, that then takes them off the autoresponder that you had them on. So that may be useful if you're taking your customers through a series of processes in your sales funnel. So if you're taking them through a pre-sales program and you've given them lots of good information and then you ask them to opt into something else, that takes them off that list. It may be showing that they're at a different interest level and puts them onto the new list. So rather than getting two lots of emails from you, they only get the one because you've dropped them off the old autoresponder that no longer applies to them. Allow duplicate subscriptions is self-explanatory. If this is ticked, it allows our subscribers to sign up multiple times. If it's unticked and they try to subscribe again with the same email address, it will prompt them and say you have already subscribed. Use subscription confirmation. I recommend having this ticked. Most countries' laws now require a double opt-in, so by having this ticked, it will send them a subscription email to say please confirm that you subscribed, and click on this link, confirm that this is actually your email address. Now with that, when they confirm, we can either send them to a page that's saying successful confirmation or a confirmation failure page. In this case, I just want to take them to a confirmation success page, which is my Success Classics library page. So that's adding ease for our user where they can go directly to the page that they have subscribed for. So likewise here we can have our failure page. I'm not doing that for this example. The subscription confirmation email subject again is optional, but I recommend you put some details in there that is meaningful. In here I'm just going to type some details and pause the video. So here I've put in Success Classics Library Subscription Confirmation just to make it a little bit more meaningful. So down here in the confirmation email text, you'll see there that there's the confirmation link, and we could edit this. So I'm going to pop a few things in while I pause the video. So what I've done here is a bit of a cheat. I've gone to the help file for dynamic content, and I'm just going to copy the tag that I want for the content that I'm going to put in. So I'm going to put in, need to press copy. So now that I've got my copyright correct, I should say, I've put in that I want to put in the dynamic tag of the first name, and if there's no first name, I want it to default to my default first name. I have no need for it to default, it can just go blank, so I'm removing that default. So this is now going to say, hello, Fred, John, whoever, thank you for subscribing, etc, etc. It's going to include a confirmation link, say thank you, Tony. So I've edited that to suit me. We can now determine a completion action. When they have completed all the messages in the series, we can flag them as finished, or they can remain active, where if we add further emails down the track, they will get those emails, or we can loop them to another autoresponder and tell the autoresponder which of those messages to join in at and how many days till it loops over. If we tick this box here, it allows a subscriber to have a link in their email that then will take them to a screen where they can change their format preferences, such as plain text HTML. They can also choose to subscribe via email or RSS, And here we get to choose how we want our notifications sent to us. If we want a subscription or an unsubscription notification to be sent to us via email to know if people have subscribed or not. If you're doing low volume and you want to personally respond to people, I suggest you tick these. If you're doing a high volume and you're not going to be personally responding to people, untick these and simply log into your autoresponder to check regularly. I then click create, and this autoresponder, if I return to my autoresponder list, will show up in my autoresponder list. The next video will deal with adding messages to our autoresponder and another video for adding form code to our website. Hope you've enjoyed this video and look forward to seeing you at eventsforyoursuccess.com.